What happens when the clever messenger of the Greek gods meets the sly mischief-maker of the Norse Pantheon? Imagine Hermes, swift and cunning, crossing paths with Loki, the shape-shifting master of deception. Two tricksters, two pantheons, destined for a clash of wits, riddles, and schemes. But who would come out on top? The god of clever words and speed, or the god of lies and chaos? Today, we unravel the story of Hermes versus Loki, tricksters of the Pantheon. Hermes was born cunning. On the very day of his birth, he slipped out of his cradle, wandered into the world, and stole Apollo's cattle. He covered their tracks by making them walk backward. And when Apollo confronted him, Hermes played innocent, swaddled up like a baby. His wit was so sharp that even Zeus laughed and granted him the role of messenger of the gods, patron of travelers, thieves, and merchants. Hermes was not just fast. He was clever. He carried the caduceus, the staff that symbolized peace, and wore winged sandals that carried him anywhere he pleased. He guided souls to the underworld, struck deals, and tricked kings and mortals alike. Yet his mischief often ended in balance. He caused trouble, but he also solved it. Far to the north, in the icy lands of the Norse gods, lived Loki. Unlike Hermes, Loki was not trusted by his pantheon. He was a shapeshifter, a weaver of lies, and though he often helped the gods, his schemes brought as much ruin as aid. It was Loki who tricked the gods into losing the goddess Idun and her apples of immortality. It was Loki who, through cunning and deceit, brought about the forging of Mjolnir, Thor's mighty hammer, but also nearly lost his head in the wager. Loki fathered monsters, the wolf Fenrir, the serpent Jormungandr, and Hel, the queen of the dead. He was chaos given form, and though the gods tolerated him, they never trusted him. Our tale begins when the realms of Greece and Asgard brushed against one another. In a crossroads of myth and magic, Hermes, swift as the wind, found himself wandering beyond the Mediterranean, drawn by whispers of another world. There, in the land of frost and fire, Loki spotted him. Curious and amused, Loki approached in the guise of a traveler. "Stranger," Loki said with a sly grin, "you walk as though the wind itself carries you. Who are you?" Hermes smirked. "I am Hermes, messenger of Olympus, guide of souls, master of words. And you?" Loki's eyes gleamed. "Loki, blood brother of Odin, trickster, and breaker of oaths." At once, the two recognized the mischief in each other. Their smiles told the story. This meeting would not be ordinary. The gods of Asgard gathered, curious to see what would happen when two tricksters collided. Odin himself watched, his single eye gleaming with interest. Zeus, too, appeared in a shimmer of lightning, intrigued by the contest. The challenge was set, a contest of wit, deception, and cunning. First trial, riddles. Hermes asked, "What runs faster than a horse yet leaves no footprints behind?" Loki smirked and replied, "The wind." Loki asked, "What is that which devours all things, gods, men, beasts, and even stone, yet is never full?" Hermes smiled, "Time." They matched each other, riddle for riddle, never faltering. Second trial, theft. Hermes vanished in a blur. When he returned, he held Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, in his hands. Thor roared in rage, but Hermes laughed. "Fear not, I only borrowed it." Loki, not to be outdone, shapeshifted into a falcon, swooped into Olympus, and returned holding Apollo's golden lyre. Apollo gasped, but even he had to smile at the daring trick. Third trial, trickery against each other. Hermes crafted illusions of gold and treasure, tempting Loki to grab them. Loki reached out, but the treasure dissolved into dust. Loki laughed, then transformed into Hermes himself, mimicking his every move until the gods watching could not tell who was real. The hall erupted in laughter, for never before had two tricksters so perfectly mirrored one another. But tricksters cannot always play without consequence. Loki, growing restless, tried to outdo Hermes with a darker scheme. He whispered lies to pit the Greek gods against the Norse, stoking mistrust. Hermes, realizing Loki's game, countered with diplomacy, weaving words that calmed tempers and revealed Loki's deceit. The crowd turned against Loki. Thor gripped his hammer. Zeus raised his thunderbolt. But Hermes stepped forward. "Chaos has its place," Hermes said. "Without Loki, the Norse gods would have no hammer, no walls, no fire to test their strength. Without trickery, even Olympus would grow stagnant. Let us not punish him for being what he is." The words disarmed the anger. Even Odin stroked his beard, thoughtful. The contest had no winner, for neither Hermes nor Loki could outmatch the other completely. Hermes brought balance, wit, and peace. Loki brought chaos, danger, and unpredictability. Both, in their own way, were necessary. In the end, they parted not as enemies, but as rivals, each acknowledging the other as a mirror of themselves. Hermes said, "We are alike, yet different. You thrive in chaos, I in clever balance." Loki grinned. "One day, friend, our tricks may topple the heavens themselves." And with that, they vanished. Hermes back to Olympus, Loki back to Asgard, each leaving behind tales that gods and mortals would whisper for ages. So who do you think is the greater trickster? Hermes, the cunning messenger of Olympus, or Loki, the sly mischief-maker of Asgard? Their battle of wits reminds us of something timeless, that cleverness can both build and destroy, that mischief can create laughter or chaos, and that sometimes the greatest battles are not fought with weapons, but with words and cunning. If you enjoyed this story of Hermes versus Loki, Tricksters of the Pantheon, don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow mythology lovers, and subscribe for more epic tales from gods and legends. And tell me in the comments, whose side are you on?